You know what's a recession indicator? The fact that I, as a non-white woman, drove to a Bath and Body Works yesterday and I spent $29 on hand soap. My favorite scent of the 6 I picked up is lavender lemonade, if anyone's wondering. I don't think it actually smells much like lavender or lemonade, but I also don't really go around smelling lemonade, so I wouldn't know exactly. But yeah, if you've ever wondered what Dizzy Dokuro smells like after washing her dishes and taking out the trash, now you know. I should also warn you that I think the hand soap is giving me a rash. That or this is a sunburn and I'm about to change race. Anyways, hello, 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 hi. Hi. Hello. Asians can get sunburnt dizzy. Rash. Hello, hello, hi. Maybe I should do some haze for good measure. Huh? Huh? Hey. Wait, I can do that better. Hey. Hey, you. You in the chair. You. Yeah, you. Turn around. I'm right behind you. Come play with me. If my breasts were about 4 cups smaller, I think I'd be an excellent haunted doll. But now I'm just an inflatable one instead. Hold on, let me close my window. I think I hear some birds outside. 1 second. You're always a doll, Dizzy. Aw, thanks. Aw, shucks, aw, shucks, aw, shucks. You know, my favorite yaoi is actually about a... You know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Never mind. Never mind. What was that comic sound effect? Window shutting? It's just kind of... It's just like barely out of arm's reach. My window's like just barely out of arm's reach, so I gotta lean over. And so if I open and close it, it sounds like this. See? See, see, see? But hello, hello, hi, hey, hello, hello. I think my BGM's a little loud. Let me drop it a bit. Hi, love bugs. I've missed you. Did you miss me? I'm trying to blink really, really fast, but I can't tell. I can't tell because I'm blinking so fast. I can't tell if my model is tracking it. So much. Missed you, Dizzler. Yes. A ton. Yes. Yes. But did you really, really miss me, chat? Did you really, really, really miss me, chat? Did you ultra super mega double really missing chat? Really? I was getting my dizzy withdrawal shakes. Oh god. Oh. It's been a whole 24 hours without streams. Where are the old bugs in chat? Where are all the old bugs in chat? Old bugs, stand up. Show me your red eggs, your red bug eggs. I feel like I've been neglecting you guys recently. Unironically, I feel like I've been giving you eldest child treatment. Expected to uphold the community standards, but get none of the praise for it. I'm a terrible brood mother. How dare I? I know. Jplay, thank you for super chat. Okay, don't push it. Sheesh. Here I am. Yes, I'm an old man. I'm an old bug. David Aragon, thank you for 23 months. Thank you. Bug old or IRL old? You know what? I'll leave it up to your interpretation. Old mugs, I've missed you especially. Please visit mommy more often, okay? Now back to the babies. Barmy Wood, thank you for $5. My nieces and nephews are around, so I have to watch this with screen minimized. Oh, you can just mute me. You can just mute me and crop me to a low square. That's... I will understand. Randall, thank you for 21 months. I identify as an OG-san. We're choosing our own ages now. Okay, then I identify as a 16-year-old schoolgirl. Why did no one say anything, huh? What was that silence? Go to Damarang, thank you for the 5 Canadian. I've actually experienced workplace burnout. I think I'm doing better. Please look after yourself. Burnout is no joke and it can really take a toll. Yeah, I guess that's a thing. Keep alcohol away from her. That, dude. On that note, I really would be drinking more right now, but it's been so hot that I don't want to risk. Like heat exhaustion, because I think I've come close a couple of times in the last week alone. So I'm like being very careful, or else I'd fucking love a beer right now. No drink, only water. Cruel. Please keep hydrated. Yes. Drinking enough water, yes. Well, I say that, but like, I'm drinking more beverages, like more water, more juice than I normally drink. But I think, like, I'm still more dehydrated than I regularly am anyways. But yeah. We'll see. 20 degrees Celsius be melting with Dokros. It's like 30. It's like 30 indoors. They fixed the ventilation. But I live in Vancouver, Lower Mainland area. I live in Vancouver, which, if you know this area, the funny thing about this area is that AC isn't incredibly common here. 30 indoors. Oh, so if you were wondering, 30 degrees Celsius to be specific. I know I just described, like, what is that? Below freezing in American? Below freezing in Fahrenheit? 86 Fahrenheit. Yeah. 86 Fahrenheit. I don't know. I'm grateful they got the airflow going again, though. I'm grateful they got the airflow going again because my vocal cords were getting pretty shredded. But yeah, I'm... Oh god, yeah. I woke up today, and you know, I've been streaming for a while now, And I've been mentally unwell for much longer than that. And I got up early today. I got up early today because I've been sleeping in my living room to keep cool. My bedroom doesn't have any windows or lights aside from like my bedside table, so that's not great. It was heat. But yeah, I've been sleeping in the living room and the lights woke me up. And I sort of realized as the light hit my eyes this morning that I'm probably on the edge of a burnout right now. And then I looked through my recent stream history, and I realized, hey, what the fuck was my last public crash out? Who the fuck am I anymore? And I thought to myself, well, it's about time. A few months ago, what was it? Because I couldn't identify it. I couldn't identify it by title. I couldn't identify it by title and thumbnail. Hiatuses don't count because the break I took wasn't a personal crash out. It's because I had personal things going on. When was the last time I got on stream and cried in a way that made it sound like my world was ending? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. The Monhan Mountie. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, it was probably that. And that was like what? That was, when did Monster Hunter come out? When did Wilds come out? That was like February. That was February. That's like 5 months ago. Which means we're fucking overdue. So we might crash out today. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel midway through stream. The thing about this recent burnout is I don't think there's any one thing in particular that's causing me to burn out. And it's not because I've been working too hard necessarily. Because at this point in my life, I'm working hard because I want to, more or less, rather than because I need to. Like, realistically, I could probably just cut down on projects nowadays. But I want to keep doing them. Partially because I think I've reinforced the habit in my brain, so now whenever I'm not working on something off stream, I feel a little crazy. But yeah, I think it's just like a multitude of things. I think the recent heat wave also has to do with it, especially with a lack of ventilation, because I think I was probably hearing voices for a while. But it was other things as well. The Dizzy Dokuro Doomsday Clock is ticking. That's what I'm saying. It's just a simmering pot starting to boil over. I guess something like that. I think with streaming, the act of turning on OBS and talking to you guys is an exhausting part. It's not that. It's like everything else. It's like scheduling, it's like work it, it's like, basic work functions at the end of the day. It's like reaching out and doing emails and being responsible for your own work. And I guess to an extent, it's also been uncertainty of what you're doing. That's always a fucking creeping thought in the back of my head. That's just a lot of little things. I think also I might be a little socially drained, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little socially drained. I've been, if you check my schedule, I actually have 2 collabs this week, potentially. Depending, I don't know what's going on with them. And I think just the act of organizing collabs. Hold on. We might have another stream today. we might have another stream today. Then another one tomorrow. What's a stream? I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's confirmed. I'll let you know when it's confirmed. How fucking topical! How fucking topical. So much for social battery empty. I think there's more important things than how I'm feeling when it comes to work. I think there's more important things. Is that feeling justified? Who fucking knows, right? But personally, I think there's more important things. Can you see the chat how she just got even closer to a meltdown pure cinema? No, no! This just means the meltdown might have to be postponed till like Sunday, depending on if this goes through. Silly Dizzy, your happiness is most important. I don't believe that. I don't think. Okay, this might sound like a fucking insane take. This might sound like an insane take, and I don't say this in a jaded way. I don't say this in a woe is me way. I just want to clarify that first off. I don't think some people should be happy. I don't think some people are truly capable of it. Every single time I have a little fucking crash out, someone always says to me, usually Ember, damn, Diz, something along the lines of, Dizzy, I just want to see you happy one day. I don't know if that's possible for me. I think I might not be built for it. Oh, no, it's not an awe statement. It's more of a, I genuinely, okay, this is the thing. People who have not experienced happiness very often in their life don't know how to fucking handle happiness. It's like when you give a child sugar for the first time and they have too much of it and they absolutely have a sugar crash on you. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There are some people who, when they get too happy or things go too fucking well in their lives, they start acting out. You know those people? You know those people who are like completely fine to hang out with and speak to when they're down on their luck, but the minute one good thing gets to them, one good thing happens to them, they get really big-headed. They get really big-headed about, I'm not one of those people, but that's another brand of person who I think shouldn't be happy. Right? In my case, right? I think one good thing happens to me. And then I get too optimistic. I get a little too optimistic, and then the next devastating thing that happens to me crushes my spirit and sends me spiraling. And therefore, I think I should just be okay with content. I think I should settle for contentment. Yeah, content is decent, right? Right? Oh, you're just like me. You're gonna assume the worst in every situation so that you can't be disappointed. Exactly. Exactly. I think I should be in a perpetual state of, well, I guess it could be worse. I think that's the best way for me to live. I think happiness is just a little too out of the question for me. We love Happy Bug though. Yeah, but if I'm Happy Bug, thank you Silver Spire for a super chat. You need to expect a very, very mentally unwell bug 3 to 6 months later, depending on life cycle. Yeah. Monumental whiplash bug. Exactly. How are you thinking like a man as a woman? Oh God. My life's been really hard, huh? Chronically unlucky. Thank you for $1.99. Thank you. Shremex, thank you for $10. I'm see the bug happy in bits and pieces, big chunks if we're lucky. Does he need to see a nurse? Wait. Dude, I don't think you guys know this, but like I've been through like the therapy ringer, okay? I've been through the therapy ringer enough that I can now predict whatever a new therapist is going to say to me within the first 3 meetings, okay? I've tried it. And all it's taught me is weaponized therapy speech. Okay? Therapy is good for good people and it's bad for bad people. All therapy teaches bad people is how to be worse. Are you a bad person? You know, depending on who you ask, I might be the worst human you've ever met. I'm not even a human, actually. But Bachelor, chow now with flavor. Thank you for $5. Happiness and sadness are both extreme emotional states. Extended bouts of either aren't healthy. I mean, if I was aiming for healthy, I'd probably limit more of my digital time. A pickled cucumber, thank you for $5. In the midst of all the don't get too comfortable, remember what happened last time? I found a little, this time it will be different. No, those are curse words. Those are death flagged. Those are death flag. Greg D, thank you for $4.99. Dizzy, you need to see a nurse. Wait, thank you. Have we not triggered enough fucking death flags during this stream? Have we not triggered enough death flags? I'm 27 minutes in. And I might have triggered 3 more streams for myself this week. We'll see. Barmy Woods, thank you for 15 months. I defeated a level 1 psychiatric doctor by accident. Will say that is my greatest victory. Thank you. Congrats. Imperial Paladin, thank you for $2. 2-wheeled therapy is great, clears the mind. I do want a bike. It would be nice. But I'd have to go get a license for it. Yeah, I suppose you've made me a bit sad for you though, Dizzy. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. A quick aside. Quick aside, okay? I think anytime I share anything about myself on stream, it comes out 25% more tragic and pitiful than I ever intend for it to be. Aside from the crying, well, No, even the crying, because I mostly hope that you guys think it's fucking funny. Okay? I'm played as a minstrel show, okay? I'm basically a minstrel show. But like... like, intellectually, I can recognize my experiences as strange and kind of sad since I've been around long enough to see how the everyman lives. But like, emotionally, a lot of the things that shouldn't be normalized for me are just normalized. So I just want you guys to know, it's okay to laugh. It's kind of a fucking point. It's kind of like kids from Monkey Island. Kids from Monkey Island don't grow up around snow. So when they see snow for the first time, it's like this incredible magical thing to experience, right? I'm like that, but with emotional boundaries. I've never experienced normal emotional boundaries. So when I'm confronted with things like this, it's a really incredible and magical thing. And you should enjoy the magic. I'll laugh when I stop crying. That's a good thing. You can do both things at once. You can always do both things at once. No one ever told you to stop. Are you a wizard, Dizzy? Oh god. Oh god. Am I almost at that age? Am I almost at wizarding age? I don't know why that was British. Did you guys watch the British GP? Did you watch the British Grand Prix yesterday? Did you watch it? I watched the highlights. I watched the highlights because it was like at 7 a.m. for me. Crazy freaking race. I'm talking about F1. To anyone who's not into sports, I'm talking about F1. Yes, Lando Norris. That's not even... Okay, Lando Norris... Those are not the standouts of this race, okay? The standout of this race is Hulkenberg, who placed third on the podium. And what's really amazing for that, yes, go Hulk, is he's a Sauber's driver. So if you don't know F1 and you don't know cars, okay, Sauber's is a really... How do we put this? Politely. Sauber's is a really suboptimal. It's a really suboptimal team. Not because of the racers, because from my understanding, and I'm still learning about F1, but from my understanding, Hulkenberg is a very consistent driver. Dizzy knows F1. Dizzy only got into it recently. But Hulkenberg is a very consistent driver. But the thing is, Sauber's cars are fucking ass. And I believe it's because Sauber's is Swiss. And I have a Swiss-made sink according to the funny little label on it. And my sink is fucking ass. Okay? Because it's not properly leveled, so water pools in the tiny little fucking corners of it, and it gets real stinky unless I wipe it down all the time. And therefore, if I have this much issue with a fucking sink, Sauber's cars are fucking ass. Get a new sink, silly? I don't own, I rent. I'm not replacing the sink. Hell no. Hell no. How dare ever Swiss not level your sink? That's what I'm saying. Sauber's was already mid when I started watching F1, and that was 25 years ago. Well, thanks to Hulkenberg, they're kinda on a redemption path. I'm pretty sure if F1 works like the rest of sports, he's probably going to change teams though, and you know, maybe then he'll drive a better car, and then maybe his placements will be better. But yeah, it was a really fun race to watch. Definitely recommend checking out the highlights if you like that kind of stuff. If you like watching people play Mario Kart, it's kind of the same thing but with less babies and things on the road. It's kind of like that. But I was watching that yesterday. I was watching the highlights of that yesterday. And it was really, really interesting. I do think part of a reason Hulkenberg won and did, well, not won, placed third and did so well though, is weather conditions, which is insane to think about because wow, does, once again, how the fuck do weather conditions affect your life so much? Amazing. But yeah, that's what I was up to yesterday morning. Greg, thank you for $4.99. To be honest, it got Ferrari engines. It's owned by an American gambling company and will become Audi in 2026. It's as Swiss as Audi's Mint. Is that actually going to become Audi in 2026? Wow. Wow. Have you watched any rally sports? If you're into F1, I think you might like Rallycross. Give it a try. I haven't. I kind of, the way I get into sports, I was raised by my dad, right? My dad and my brother. So that's how I got into watching sports in general. But the way I get into sports, typically, if I'm going to be like completely honest, is a clip from a recent game or race or something of that nature will pop up on my TikTok, and like a brain rotted child, I will watch all of the way through, and then I'll like start looking into it a bit more. So the better the social media presence of a sport, the more likely I am to check it out. And F1's really good at social media. You know, like I can't say a lot about certain drivers' ability of a road, but a lot of them are very good at making TikTok videos. Didn't expect that. No, it's true. Go check out Red Bull's social media. Red Bull is one of the better racing teams, right? But Red Bull especially is very good at social media. So if tomorrow Polo blows up on TikTok, you will start talking about golf on horses? Very likely. Very likely. I mean, look at Uma Musume. Suddenly there is a wealth of girls who just know a ton about racehorses. Same shit. That's the only gripe I had about the Brad Pitt movie. It tried to sell you on the lone cowboy driver, but that's an archetype that doesn't exist in the sport anymore. I mean, the sport also is so heavily reliant on your pit crew too. Like, I've definitely seen a few clips of races where someone of a pit crew messes up, and like, I've talked about this before, that there's a yaoi about F1. There's an F1 yaoi. The romance is between the racer and a pit crew guy. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty fucking... It's pretty awesome. Stop it. Okay. Sauce, please. Scott? Who's the top in Videowie? The pit crew. But anyways, yeah, that was fun F1 news. That was fun F1 news. What were we even talking about before this? My inevitable fucking crash out. Yeah, it's coming. I just don't know if it's gonna be this stream or couple streams after this. We'll see. We'll see if I can hang any more DMs today. But yeah, it just sucks because usually if I melt down, if I have a breakdown, there's usually like one big overarching arc villain for me to blame it on. But like this time it's so many little things. I think part of it also is my own is, you know, a little bit my own fault, because despite everything, I consider myself quite an ambitious person. Not for me necessarily, but for invaders and FaZe as a whole this year. So I think because of that, I'm picking up more and more little things. I promised myself no like large events for a while, but I'm picking up more and more little things, kind of to min-max for me and the girls, and that's stretching myself very, very thin. Yeah. It's always the little things adding up to the one big thing, but isn't it so much easier to blame the big things? Isn't it so much easier? Inferno Paladin, Big Euro $2, MotoGP, World Superbike, and King of the Baggers. Is bagging a fucking sport? Yes. Like it's competitive packing? Like that's a fucking thing? Is that a fucking thing? I'm new. Is Dizzy also FaZe staff? No, I am not FaZe staff. But if I were to explain the FaZe Connect structure as I see it, it's a startup. It's a startup company, right? And what that means is we run on a very small team. We're a very small, tight-knit team. And sometimes that means doing work that's not outlined necessarily in your contract, or doing work on the back end that you guys don't necessarily see, right? And a lot of that is my choice, that's my decision. But it's also one that is made with other people in mind as well. Pseudo staff, no, I wouldn't even go that far. I think I don't know necessarily about the other gens and how they run, but I know how invaders run. And I think we're fairly independent. When it comes to relying on management. So, you know, like I love the staff at FaZe, right? Like I could love always. But also because I know how much they've got on their plates, I'm less likely to bother them unless it's something where I absolutely need their oversight, or something that might be stepping on their toes if I go ahead with it myself. So I think for that reason, a lot of the times it might feel like I'm still doing staff work, but it's just, the way I see it, it's just work that needs to be done, right? Like at the end of the day, the work that I'm putting in still goes towards me, my coworkers, and what we're trying to achieve. So I don't really like cataloging it as, oh, well, this should be something staff does, or, oh, well, this is the talent's responsibility, right? You know, more hands makes for quicker work. Don't forget to chillax. It's hard, man. It's hard. I'd love to take some time off this summer. Like, I'd love to take a trip somewhere for a week, but especially with con season, I feel so guilty for taking time off. I feel so guilty. And like I'm contract, right? I'm contract, so if I don't work, I don't eat. IB Grizzly, thank you for $5. Dizzy, look up 24 hours of Lemon. It's just random guys in cheap cars. Very funny. I might, thank you. Downloadables, thank you for $5. Laugh and the world laughs with you, cry and you water down your whiskey. Words I live by. Dizzy Love. I can't drink. I might have a heat stroke. Bully Sakana into hiring more staff. You have to be selective about that stuff, man. You have to be selective about that stuff. I think VTubing staff is also kind of a hard thing to hire and train for, if I'm gonna be honest. A little... This sounds so tacky, but a little bit of it just goes off by vibes. It just goes by vibes. Like, you could hire someone that's great on paper, but if they're not the right match for the company, it's game over. I volunteer as a warehouse worker. You'll have your chance one day. You'll all have your chance to pack boxes one day at FaceCon 2026. God, I don't know what that entails, but a small part of me believes it might be some sort of pyramid scheme to get you guys as like temporary employees. I think it might, unironically, I think what's gonna happen, this is my prediction for FaceCon 2026. I think, unironically, people are going to meme it into existence, where it just is held at a warehouse and the main activity really is a box packing relay race. And then the prize for winning will be you get to keep the merch that you packed and also paid for with your ticket. It's like NFTs, but physical. So groundbreaking. Sign me up. See, this is a problem. Dear God, sign me up. This is a problem with you guys. Still less of a ripoff than a lot of cons. I kind of agree with a sentiment just because I myself am not like a super huge con person. You're paying to wait in lines. Some of the other girls asked me if I wanted to go to AX this year. Some other girls invited me to AX. I just didn't reply. I've never been to a big convention. But just the idea. Okay, first of all, for the last like 2 or 3 fucking years, hasn't that convention been a serious health concern? And secondly, I just don't want to pay to wait in lines. I'm a little jealous. Maybe I should have this year because Digimon, but that would have been the only thing that I was there for. Yeah. Aren't they all? I mean, I guess I don't usually get that much con cred. I don't usually get that much convention cred of a handful of conventions I've been to, yeah. Fire hazard, general health safety hazards. Some are worse than others. Might go to Annie Revel 2025 this year. Cheers. Who knows? That's the one that's local to me-ish. Local-ish to me, so. I stopped by last year, but the youth was repulsive. I stopped by just to see some of my friends. I didn't actually set foot inside of like the vendors hall or anything, but there were just so many young people everywhere. I felt like an old, tired maid. And so I left after saying hi to my friends. But who knows? Maybe this year will be different. Yippee! Yippee! How many letters are in yippee? Y, I, P, P. Nope, too many. Listen, if you guys know any good 5-letter words, please suggest them in chat. I don't know if other girls have mentioned this yet, but we've been really into playing Wordle in the company server recently. I am currently on a 5-day streak. Okay, dizzy. More battles, please. More battles, please. How am I on the good on you? Thank you. Yeah, you guys might not expect this, but honestly, I can't even lie about this. I was gonna say that I have a big vocabulary, but I really don't. I make a lot of guesses that aren't actually words rather than wasting tries on real words. Like, I make things that look like words that could possibly be words. And that's kind of just worked out for me. Because the last 2 Wordle words are most definitely not real words, by the way. I have a gripe to pick with whoever chose them. That's a good word, actually. Gripe. G-R-I-P-E. Gripe. I'll try to remember that for tomorrow. Feral. Crank. Haste. Haste. Ooh, haste is good. Ado. Ado is really good. Ado is very, very good. Oh. One of the girls, we've been sharing techniques, but one of the girls uses audio as their starter word, which is fucking genius because it almost has like every single vowel inside of it. But because of my dumb pride, I refuse to use it now because I'm like, I look at audio, I look at the word audio, and I'm like, that's your word. That's your word. And so I refuse to use it because I don't want to feel like a poser for stealing her word, okay? Of all the stupid things I could have chosen to take a stand on, I really had to choose audio as a word. As a fucking Wordle word. Pride is also a good word now that I think about it. Hey, what Pride Month is this? Is it Pride Month? I know that Gay Pride Month is over. Let's see. July Pride Month. July is Disability Pride Month. Disability. Hey, you know what? I'm kind of disabled. Does that mean you guys have to celebrate me? Yippee! Everyone clap. Everyone clap for my disability. Just to clarify before anyone cancels me. I actually am disabled. Not at the mental capacity. At least not confirmed, guys. At least not confirmed by any medical professional. At the mental capacity. But at the very, very minor physical one. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, yeah, deaf. I'm deaf. But no, it's just like one ear, and it's at most a minor inconvenience for me and everyone around me. But clap anyways! Happy Disability Month, Dizzy! Yeah! Yeah! It counts. It does. Thank you, Shroomex. for the super chat. Thank you. Also, let me catch up on some supers. Greg D, thank you for super. Dizzy, as you're not therapist, you need to exercise and get more diabolically online to feed your constant need for mental stimulation. How do you feel? This might be a surprise, but I actually touch a decent amount of grass compared to other talents. Thank you. Zig, thank you for 5 months. You're a very entertaining sad clown. I appreciate that you suffer for your art. Thank you. Maybe not suffering enough. Maybe not suffering enough these days. I think that's... Oh, no Eclipse, thank you for $1.99. Could we compromise to not perpetually be sad? Thank you. Cookies, thank you $5. Dizzy is a bigger boob 2020s Daria. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. A hot take maybe, but I like to Beavis and Butthead better. Demonstrous, thank you for $10. Hey Dizzy, can I get a shout out for my fellow love bug fighting OG-san? He really helped me out today and I owe him. Also hope I'm not going overboard with all the art I'm drawing with you. That's fine, totally fine. Shout out to OG-san. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi Dizzy, hello, hello, hello. Not a hot take? I guess it depends who you ask. I guess it depends who you ask. I'm late to the stream. Did you already talk about Peak Collab? No, I haven't. I haven't. Should I? Should I talk about this weekend? Should I talk about this week? Oh, where are my fucking manners? How have you guys been? How have you been? And thank you for super chat. I know we like to joke, but being a woman isn't actually a disability. Are you trying to take my pride away? That's not very ally of you. Couldn't be better. I love my life. Congratulations, I think. I can't tell if it's sarcasm or not. I can't tell. Sick 1 week with a cold. Oh, feel better, feel better, feel better. No. I had a little bit of a summer cold. This weekend. I don't know if anyone could tell, but I was I was not in the best condition during the Peak Collab on, was it Saturday or Sunday? Which day was I streaming? Summer cold hell. Again, I've been sleeping in the living room with a window open. Things happen. Yeah. So I had a bit of a cold during the collab on Saturday with Berry Bug and Jets, Jean Famous, and Kalia IT. But I really didn't want to cancel with them because this is also my first time collabing with those girls and I thought it'd be bad for them. And it was so last minute, right? It was so last minute. And I was actually the one who asked them to do a collaboration. So I was just like, yeah, no, that's absolutely fucking bad manners. So I basically took some Buckleys and tanked it. Which Buckley's is gross. It doesn't get better as an adult. I just want that out there. I did have ice cream. After the Buckley's though. But I have Neapolitan right now, which is probably a sign of my fucking age that I buy Neapolitan ice cream. Because, okay, the only reason that you should buy Neapolitan ice cream is if you have like multiple fucking children and one of them likes vanilla and the others do not. That's why my parents got Neapolitan ice cream growing up. And so I got Neapolitan ice cream because I thought, oh, nostalgic, how nice. But now I'm eating everything except for vanilla ice cream. And what a fucking waste that is. So I only have vanilla ice cream now. I only have a vanilla in the vanilla ice cream in the Neapolitan right now, which means I had to have vanilla ice cream after my Buckley's. Vanilla is good, bruv. It's just not ever my first choice for ice cream. I like vanilla's McDonald's ice cream. I like vanilla McDonald's ice cream. Yeah. I also recently just learned that I can just throw my bowls into the freezer as well, and that makes them even colder so the ice cream lasts longer. Pro tip to anyone who doesn't know about this. Fucking genius. Fucking genius life hack. Try it with root beer float on a hot summer's day. I like root beer floats. Have you ever had a brown cow? Or a purple cow, depending? I think it's a regional thing. But it's just like... same concept as Pilk. It's the same concept as Pilk. You just put milk with root beer. But honestly, it's pretty good. And a purple cow is the same thing with grape soda. Yeah. Purple cow, we mentioned. On down to shop.phase-connect.com if you haven't already to get your Dizzy Dokuro 4th year phase anniversary merch. Ad placement. What a transition, thank you. Flawless, I know. Sorry, is this a fucking heat stroke? It might be. I was a demonstrous finger at $2. Thank you. Dizzy, our next outfit should be a cowgirl. I can name exactly 3 girls in the company who are more well suited for that. Four, now that I think about it. Yeah. But yeah, that was the collab on Saturday, but I had a lot of fun. This was my first group collab outside of the company. I mean, Cleo was still there. So I had like support. But I think every other collab I've been has primarily been with other phase girls. I've had like a one-on-one with Nina, so Tome, and then briefly had a collab with some other phase girls in Philly and before, yeah. Agamon, thank you for $10. I think he meant your rack should get even fucking bigger. Should that be a goal for my birthday? Should we aim for even bigger? I don't actually know what I'm doing for my birthday. I don't even know. I know that we have a lot of birthdays this month, and then next month is myself and Iori, and I'm kind of stressed about mine, because from the little I've spoken with them, I seem to be the most behind on birthday planning this year, so fingers crossed on that. Yes, more Dizzies, even bigger. Let's get flat Dizzy. So I can be a different kind of doll. Baby doll. I'd be a baby doll. Lower finger 23 months. whoever girls in the collab I didn't recognize and keep up with good work. They're both on Twitch. They're both on Twitch. They're not with any agencies. They're both independent. And I believe they both do a lot of variety stuff. Jets has really cool taste in music and is very artsy, so check her out if you like that. I think she does her own art as well. And then Barry does variety content, and she's very positive, very uplifting, and she does a lot of cool stuff. She's very fun and easy to be around. Yeah. Can I draw a Dizzler X Lolly Dizzy Dojinshi? Sure, knock yourself out. Sure. The Dorp stream last year was really fun. Any chances of a rematch with a Dorp? No, I'm one of those people that feels like they have to like outdo themselves every year. I think that's like one of the things that's kind of getting in my own way right now. Because like, as far as if we're talking shop anyways, as far as streaming goes, like listen guys, I know what I am. I'm no idol, okay? I'm a fucking clown. So I can't really just like I don't feel right doing birthdays and just doing like, you know, busting out some karaoke and a regular hand cam. Like, it doesn't feel authentic, and it doesn't feel like it feels like a cop-out when it comes to me. Like, some girls are genuinely really good at that content. I don't think I'm one of them. I don't think that's me. So I feel like I have to like clown harder than myself from last year. And I think that's one of the things that kind of gets in my own way, because it's just like, oh man, what about this idea? No, that's not good enough. And so I dilly-dally and I stall out. And, you know, I think that too is one of the reasons for burnout. It's just the constant craving about doing yourself and being more and more outlandish, I think. Yeah. Nonsense Dizzy, you are an idol to us. You know what? I'll say this year I've been doing a lot more music stuff recently, so I can't knock you guys too hard for that. Whether or not it's of my own volition, that's another story. To originals, literal idols. I'm in an original song? Huh? Oh, Right. Pick me. I can't sing that high right now, sorry. And also, dizzy, coffee time. Dizzy, coffee time. Dizzy, coffee time. Dizzy, energy, up. Dizzy, Gairu tornado model when? You finding it? You bending the clown outfit, huh? My PTSD. Crash out. It'll make me better. It'll make me feel better about my own. The thing with that, though, the thing with the collab, too, though, is I think, and Love a Girl is super sweet. It was really fun spending time with him. Genuine. I know it sounds incredibly fucking sarcastic when I say it like this. That's just the fucking sound of my voice, okay? I might have autism. We're not diagnosed here. But genuinely, it was really fun, and it makes me look forward to getting to know people and being more extroverted. But with that being said, like, naturally speaking, I'm very introverted, and to myself, I know it sounds so disingenuous because several girls in the company, Jelly, have been like, shut up, Dizzy! Like, you're so buddy with everyone. You're so friendly with everyone. And I'm like I guess that's how it must come off to most people. But like, at my core, I'm like a fucking... I'm a fucking kid who hides out in libraries during recess, okay? So like, for me, when people say that, I just don't get it. It's very, as much as I enjoy it, it's very tiring for me to do 2 May collabs in 1 week, and somehow I've locked myself in this collab vortex this month, where I have at least 1 collab every fucking week. And I think that's been a little exhausting to me. Yeah, low social battery. Right. And I'd really like to have a better social battery. I really wish that I was the person that some people assume I am. And I think the fact that I'm not kind of tires me out too. Gotta practice and train it up slowly. I really don't know if I will. I really don't know if I will. Listen, people who get into this career path, right? People who get into this line of work, let's just put it out there. They're not the ones who are the best socially adjusted. Very, very rarely. And very, very rarely. Hero94, thank you for a super chat. Hero! Most VTubers claim to be introverts. I've met a couple extroverts. I've met a couple genuine extroverts, but yeah, it takes something out of me. I get needing to recharge social batteries. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I just wish that I wouldn't need so long between, or I wouldn't need so much of it. But God, it's tough on me. It's tough on me. Like I've legitimately just crashed after collabs before, like without eating or drinking anything. Yeah. You enjoy being out there for an audience, but enjoy being anonymous and private while off cam. Privacy, I'm not sure. Like I was saying earlier, boundaries, don't know them. It's a little easier with work because at least with working, you're given like a very clear guide, like a very clear expectation of what is and isn't okay to share, right? Which is why I was so jumpy at the start of streaming, if you go back and watch those streams, because the outline was there and I was very strict on myself to it, but then I realized that this is fucking VTubing, and suddenly the bar drops to hell. Private, didn't you walk outside topless? No, right? I fucking love oversharing. I fucking love oversharing. I bet it was just the environment I was raised in. Joe K, thank you for 18 months. I just learned another month. I question my life choices more each day. Don't think, just follow. Thank you for the memberships, Joe. Wouldn't be dizzy without oversharing. That's true. That's true. I might actually be an idol. I might actually be an idol in that way. Hold on, let me check my DMs to make sure. To see if anything popped up. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Might be an additional 3 streams on schedule. I'll let you guys know if there are. Make sure you follow me on twitter.com. Yeah, we're using the dead name. I'm never gonna stop. But yeah, weekend. I had a collab. And what else did I do? Oh, this is kind of exciting news. This is kind of exciting news. I ordered patio furniture. Yeah, I ordered patio furniture. Yeah, huge news even. Huge. What did you get? I just got like a sectional, I think they're called. I got like a sectional. I got a sectional and a little side table where I could put my drinks. Which isn't much, but I've been putting it off. And I finally found something I liked. So I put in the order and it'll be coming probably later this month, maybe sometime next month. I'm really excited to like sit out there and like read some books recently. I'm trying to get back into book reading. I'm trying slowly to get into book reading and other hobbies. Christopher Bilkos, thank you for $20. Does Phase Connect attract open Yuri? Do the talents open to their Uriness when locked in a room in Phase Connect? Official Yuri, i.e. Leah x Urika, Muyu x Amy, Dizzy x Ember, Lumi x Jelly, Clara x Irie. Are Clara and Irie a ship? I know they're a pair, but do you necessarily ship Clara and Irie? Because like, not really. Not that I'm aware. Yes. Okay, explain your ship to me. Justify your fucking shit. Cause like, I don't know, for how gay they are, those are also 2 of the straightest women I know. Cause one plays Love in Deep Space and the other, you can't leave in a room alone with Tom Hiddleston. Clara, straight. Well, she's not straight, but also simultaneously, she's like one of the straightest people I know. Clara is pretty openly gay. I know that. She did. Don't worry, I'm forced to watch the streams every Phase weekly. But Tom Hiddleston, or is it Tom Hiddleston? Which one plays Loki? There's a lot of Toms out there, okay? You got it? Okay, great. It's just Bellhorns. Yeah, that's what they all say. Holy shit, my fucking vocal fry right now. Sounds like the Predator. Ooh. You know, in another life, I'd be a great predator. I mean, what? You guys can't keep giving me material like that. I like the texture of your fry. Thank you. I'm Chinese, so my stir fry is excellent. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. But yeah, the rest of the weekend. Yeah, did that collab, crashed afterwards. I feel like I didn't get a very good chance to like chat with the girls more, which I kind of regret. But maybe we'll organize something else. And then I did a little bit of furniture shopping on Sunday. It was surprisingly easy this time. It was surprisingly easy. For all the time it took me to get a fucking lamp. For all the time it took me to get lighting. Patio furniture was surprisingly easy. Because I actually ended up buying the first set that I ever looked at. Because I found this set online. I found this set online that I liked. But I wasn't sure of because I wanted to sit in it in real life. And I just like never found the time to go try it in person because it was kind of out of the way where I was ordering it from. And then yesterday, Sunday, I went to the store after having gone out multiple times now to find patio furniture and finding nothing of value because patio furniture sucks. Patio furniture fucking sucks, guys. But I went out of the way to go check out the first one I ever looked at, and it was actually pretty nice. And so I just went ahead and ordered that. So that'll happen. That'll happen eventually, and then I don't know, maybe I'll stream outside. I'm still just using my camping chairs in the backyard. Maybe I should fix up my deck and get proper chairs one of these days. I actually have to probably retreat my deck before they deliver the stuff. Because while I was out there measuring for the patio set, I noticed that a lot of the wood has become discolored. And I don't know if it's actual wood. But I'll probably just stain and seal it, I think. Maybe wax. I don't know. How are you supposed to do that shit? Don't you get mosquitoes in Canada? Yes. And my blood is like delicious, delicious Coke for them. I drink a lot of sugary stuff, okay? It probably is if it's discolored. Yeah. What do I do for that? Is it just like a wax and polish? Gildio, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I see that you understand that you no longer even have to ask anymore. Mosquitoes can be fended off with those plants that smell like lemon. That's what people say about mint. People say mint can be used to ward off mosquitoes and flies, I think, but it's just never worked for me, and that shit grows like weeds, so I don't bother with it. Biggest mosquitoes I've ever seen were the border lakes of Minnesota. Ew. There's a stain varnish you put on. It smells like seals for a week or two, but it does the job. Ew. Hey, that's one good thing though. If you guys are ever feeling fucking sad, if you guys are ever planning to do a flip, just remember, seal cams are free. And a lot of aquariums have them. Wait, they are? Yeah, just go on. Okay, if you go on YouTube right now, I guess you're already on fucking YouTube if you're watching me. If you go on YouTube and you search... Oh, wait. If you search OtterCam. If you search OtterCam Vancouver Aquarium, there's one live right now, but there's no otters in it, so they're probably asleep. But yeah, there's just live sea otter cameras all the time. There's one for the Monterey Bay Aquarium too. There's one for the Toba Aquarium in Japan. If you go to the Toba one, If you go to the Toba one, that one actually has sea otters in it right now. And those are just free. Those are just free for you. Yeah. Dizzy seal of approval. I actually don't fucking like seals. I don't like most sea mammals. They're dangerous animals, guys. Aren't wild otters vicious animals? Most sea mammals are kind of... Most sea mammals are kind of monsters. Not the especially the dolphins. What the fuck are you talking about? The dolphins are the worst ones. The dolphins are basically Vikings of the sea in which they pillage and all the time. They're psychos. The worst of the worst. The worst of the worst for sure. Yeah. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I perpetually, like, I locked myself in this perpetual state of collaborative streams this month. And I'm excited for all of them. Don't get me wrong. But I just get tired looking at my schedule these days. I just get tired. I feel bad because I'm actually at the point now where I'm having to start rejecting some collaborations that people are coming to me with, just because I don't have the time or I don't have the time or the bandwidth for them currently with all that's going on. Time for actually less collabs then. I mean, I have to stream regardless. I do feel bad. I do feel guilty, especially towards you guys when I have a lot of collaborations like this. And usually my perspectives are not the best to watch in collabs just because my audio's fussy. But it is what it is. I'll probably slow down sometime next month. Yeah. Stream Rune Factory. Yeah, I don't want to drop you guys midway into the story. I don't know. I have some other games lined up this month. Not this week. I think we're actually doing like, well, actually, we'll see. We're doing kind of minimal gaming. Tomorrow I have Stolen Realms with other Invader girls. Wednesday we're gonna finish off Civilization, and we might do Coffee Craft. I think that one's up in the air. Okay, both collabs are up in the air because confirming anything is fucking near impossible. But Coffee Crab definitely is up in the air this week. Regardless, I'll see you guys during those streaming hours anyways. We might have something on Friday. I'm just waiting to see. And then Sunday, we have an RP stream because it's been a while since we've had one of those. I thought Ember didn't come back till Wednesday. But Tuesday one, I believe, isn't all Invaders. But it was just easiest for me to put down Invaders collab. I think it's just whoever's available at the time. Yeah. Yeah, Sea Hag RP. Yes. Yes. That's all I'll say about that. Three. Zomboid is dropped. I'm not even in the Zomboid streams. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that one. 1 second. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Water is a fucking depressing drink. Zomboids was really fun. I feel like Zomboids is a game that I could get into. I feel like Zomboid's a game that I could get into, but I would have to start off stream because I get so frustrated trying to learn things on stream. Oh, I finally set up my Switch 2 yesterday. I finally set up my Switch 2 because I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out sometime this week or next week. And I do want to play through that. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's going to be on stream or off stream. We'll see. I gotta find my, what are they called? Capture card. I gotta find my capture card. But I finally set my Switch 2 yesterday. That shit took me forever. It took me like 3 hours. And then like I got confused because my SD card wasn't reading. Turns out you need like a specific kind of SD if you want to insert your SD, and then my Switch, my regular Switch I haven't used in like a year, so that was out batteries and I had to wait for it to charge. My god, does it take a while for Switches to charge. My god. And then neither of my phones had my Nintendo account linked to them, so I had to turn on the Switch. I had to turn on the Switch to link it to the Switch too. And I know this is a fucking first world problem. Don't get me wrong, I know that this is a problem I have due to extreme privilege and also because I'm Canadian, so I guess Switch stocks were better for me. But like, what an inconvenience. I haven't even gone to play it yet. I haven't even gone to play it yet, since it took me so long to set up last night, but maybe I'll play some after stream. We'll see. Let's see if this stream ends. Let me go check. What games did you get? I just had, it came with Mario Kart. So I just have Mario Kart, which is a damn shame because I'm not one for racing games, but who knows? Maybe it'll be different. I didn't actually enjoy Splatoon 2. That much, because I got the game a little too late to get on the Splatoon 2 hype. But I really, really, really enjoyed Splatoon 3. And I wish that PC had like motion controls. If they made a third-person shooter with motion controls for PC, like Splatoon, I would climb the ranks for that game. I would just fully commit myself to climbing rank in that game. You can set up motion controls with Steam input. I do it all the time for Monster Hunter. Wait, what? Do you have to use the Switch controller? The Switch Pro controller? And this works with all games. Huh. Huh, okay, I might try that. I might try FPS, well, not fucking FPS games, third-person shooting games, which I think really only leaves me Marvel Rivals. Ugh. No, I'm sure it's a fun game. I'm sure it's a fun game. Oh, Helldivers, true, true. I think I own it already. What's your favorite third-person shooter, Dizzy? Splatoon. Literally just Splatoon. As an avowed comic book disliker, Marvel Rivals was alright. I like comic books. I like comic books. I don't really like live service games. I miss your Splatoon streams. I just have not had it set up for like a year, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I say all this. I talk about doing certain streams, but good God, it feels so good. Just like not thinking and doing just chatting streams. It just feels so good sometimes to turn off your brain for a while. I don't know. I could basically just do a fucking stream where I repeat, I don't know, to myself over and over and over again. Well, that doesn't sound mentally well, does it? Glad we can help. Oh, thank you. When Burnout hits, it's time for just chatting. I mean, even then, I feel like sometimes when I'm doing these streams, I end them prematurely because I forget the things I want to talk about, or the things I want to talk about I feel like aren't that interesting, or might be oversharing, or might just be like not fun or interesting, because unfortunately I'm incredibly mundane. It's like mundane. It's like someone who's mundane but in a sad, funny way, like Squidward. Like Squidward. Incredibly mundane, you absolutely are not. No, that's a thing. I think bad and weird things happen around me. I think bad and weird things happen around me, but like the lifestyle that I prefer. The lifestyle I prefer is very mundane. I just want to sit here and drink my silly little fruit drinks and eat my silly little snacks without something horribly wrong happening to me. Yes. 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 You want stability and to be content. Fair. That'll just take fucking contentment at this point. I'll take one of the two. I'll take a 50% offer. Yeah. So how's the closet door going? No changes, no updates. Sorry. I got a call actually. I got a call from the home hardware store where I put up an ad to get a contractor in. I got a call from them and right before a stream, and they were just asking me if the thing I was asking for had been taken care of yet. And because the only calls I got about it were a $500 quote and a bozo who does garden work, I just told them yes and moved on. So I guess that's something I still need to take care of this week. I don't know. It's starting to feel like it might be faster for me just to hit the gym for a month and get super strong or something and do the door change myself. Because neither me nor my landlord are having any luck right now. 500 CAD, that's like 20 USD, right? You can't say that when you have a minority name in chat, Chico. You can't say that. Not sure you'll get strong enough in 1 month. No, believe me. Believe me. Science is so developed. Science is so developed these days. With the power of steroids, anything is possible. What happens when a woman takes steroids? What happens to a woman who takes steroids? She gets buff, infertility, nothing good, anger, deep voice, mustache, and the deep voice. I think I already have a pretty deep voice normally. Well, I'm pretty tired right now, and this has been a week of no airflow, so. Grow an Adam's apple. You know, I was always jealous that I didn't have one of those. This is not a dick envy thing, by the way. This is, I grew up with a brother, and so... and I'm also the youngest. So basically, growing up, anything my brother had, I wanted one of those. So when he got his Adam's apple, I was waiting for mine to come in, and then I unfortunately learned that girls just don't have them. And so I got like super bitter and salty about the fact that he had one and I didn't. Yeah, so maybe I will take steroids. You do have one, but women just have smaller ones that don't protrude. That's not fair. That's not fucking fair for me. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't want a neck protrusion. That's fucking metal. That's metal as hell. As a big Adam's apple haver, I think it looks unaesthetic. I think you can shave them down technically. I don't know what happens to you when you do that. But I think you can shave down. It's more aesthetically pleasant not have them protruding. I don't know. I think they're fun. I think they're fun. They're kind of like head bumps, but for your neck instead. Hero, thank you for the $9.99. Thank you. Thank you. Chevy Owens, thank you for $10. Money for roids? Is that what make you guys donate? If I just become like a fucking aggressive juicer. If I just like Tyler won it. Yes, bring back step back. Please do not. You are perfect. Maybe that's a way though. Maybe Tyler won it. Okay. Tyler won it. Okay. I meet a girl. I have a beautiful child, and I settle down. And just what is he on now? What is he playing now? I was gonna say I just play WoW hardcore for the rest of my life. I think that's over. X Launcher, thank you for $10. Money you bribe customs wolf. I haven't, in my defense, I have not been watching streamers very often. Yeah. Tyler, my league Oshi. This might sound weird, but I like his more wholesome content. Yeah. Hero, thank you for the super chat. You haven't said anything. What's going on? Are you okay? Is this a cry for help? Send another super chat if you need me to call the cops. Unironically, send another super chat if you need me to call cops for you. Retro. Retro. Might be a rainbow. Double rainbow. Wow. Money for you not to get on roids and to remain cute. Aw, thank you. Thank you. Speaking in color code with supers. Okay. Okay. Blue. Next one. Blooming. My fucking voice just cracked. Holy shit, the roids are working! That was awfully fast. I haven't even started them. But just knowing people are paying for it was fast enough. Hero! Thank you for a super chat. It's Doozy. It's Hero. You didn't even hear how the color coding was gonna work, but to chat, can someone do a safety chat? Can someone do a safety check on Hero, please? Thank you. Green means good, right? I don't know. We didn't have time to outline a system. Jplay, thank you for $20. We juicing boys. Let's fucking go. Cluck. Yeah, welfare check, please. Welfare check, please. Have you guys ever been through one of those? I had one of them once. I had a wellness check called on me once. Not for reasons you'd think, necessarily. What for? I was a wee young lass. And my parents had promised me that we'd go to Toys R Us. But they didn't take me. And so I cried the loudest I've ever cried, and the neighbors called for a wellness check on me. Meanwhile, the beatings. Yeah, the beatings never hurt me that bad, but not going to Toys R Us. That was a tragedy. Why do you sound like female, Stewie? Cause British are coming. The British are coming. Cause of F1. Did you come from a belt family or a paint stick family? Chopstick. Asian. Chopstick. Or sometimes, so we had like these wood planks. We had these wood planks that my dad used for construction. And usually on the good days, we would just launch our toy cars down them like a ramp. But on the bad days, you would be like forced to kneel on them while getting beat so that the splinters get into your kneecaps. Yes. There we go with the oversharing again. There we go. Oh my fucking god, Dizzy, that's absolutely terrible. Again! To you, it's a horror story. But like, to me, I think it's just the culture I grew up in. Do you think it worked? I mean, I most certainly did get splinters from it, so technically? So technically? Chopsticks with cooking kind, even those don't seem like they do much. Oh, how wrong you are about that. The thing about getting beat as a kid is you very quickly learn that the smaller and thinner objects actually hurt more. Okay? There's like a pain threshold level, and at the top of that, at the top of a pain threshold level, you have TV wires, metal clothing hooks, like the cheap little metal triangle things, and I wouldn't say chopsticks. I think chopsticks are a step down from that. Yeah, coat hangers. Coat hangers, metal coat hangers, TV wires, and that's another painful one. I guess those are it. Yeah. Bigger objects, at least it spreads out. Thinner objects hurt like a whip. Exactly. Exactly. Hey Dizzler, I'm here for my schizo meds. If anything, I probably make the words. I probably make the voices worse. Yeah. You mean the TV bunny ear antennas? Yes. Yes. My mom used a shoe. The shoe's not bad. But we'll see. Sorry, I'm just replying to some messages right now because it's gonna affect what the rest of my schedule looks like. Yeah. Chat acting like Asian parenting in 90s, early 2000s wasn't toxic. I mean, like, so much of what was normalized during that time isn't normal now, right? So much of it. Like, I fucking wish, I was talking to, I think, Ember about this. I fucking wish that someone had just given me the benefit of, hey, maybe she's autistic when I was younger. Because we're still undiagnosed here, so, you know, I don't want to make any assumptions about myself. But so much of my bad behavior could have been fucking explained away if talking about people being autistic was just more commonplace at the time. Yeah, it just wasn't a thing back then. Yeah, and now it's like when I'm like ill-mannered or I say something off-colored or like, you know, like I get hyper-fixated on something, people are just like, oh, don't worry, that's just Dizzy. She's a little fucking autistic. It would have made life so much easier back then. It would have made so much more sense. Now people pretend to be autistic when they are not for clout. Yeah, I mean, cloud economy is kind of... What is the topic? Great question. Sorry, we were supposed to be talking about my burnout, but I get distracted too easily. Fucking shocker. Fucking shocker. So far, steroids and child abuse. I mean, I joke about it. I joke about it, but I've been in the foster care system a fair bit in my life, and it's not the most pleasant one. It's not the most pleasant one. Who knows? I've thought about like adoption or fostering myself, but given my current lifestyle, I think that might be hard unless it's like one of my nephews. And even then, I'm probably like third down on the list of resources for them if things were to ever go through all the proper systems. And wait, you were in foster care? Yeah, like twice actually. I mentioned it on stream before. I think I mentioned it a little on stream before, just never the specifics because, well, how grueling would that be? You really need to parents too. I think it's slowly becoming more flexible. I mean, when you're dealing with family, they relax the rules quite a lot. But yeah, the system is fucked. I haven't looked into it recently, but I imagine it's only gotten worse since I've been through it. I don't know. Any reason your streams this week are starting earlier? No, most of them are at my usual time. I usually stream at 5 p.m. PDT. Unless you're in an area that doesn't have daylight savings, that might be it. But aside from that, it's usually normal. I was threatened with foster care as a kid. Me too! And then I actually experienced it. Which I guess is why the threat works so well. I don't know. I did end up ultimately, like, the goal of foster care is eventually like reconciliation. I think there's another word for it that I'm missing right now. But the goal is usually to have a kid go back, right? So I did ultimately live with my family for the majority of my life. Reunification, thank you. So thankfully, I haven't had a traumatic experience of having to age out of the system. But yeah, I've done my time. I don't know. It's not a great experience, but I do have a lot of respect for the people working within it. And I thought about going into social work multiple times in my life. Dizzy, is it fucked up if I say I'm glad I'm not Asian? I don't think foster care is an Asian thing. I think we're actually one of the least likely to... I think Asians are one of the least likely to end up in foster care. Most of the other kids I know in foster care were actually white. So yeah, I think everyone, I think parenting was just different back then. I think parenting was just different, right? I don't think this generation, latchkey kids exactly, I think this generation does not take parenting and child rearing very lightly, which I think is a good thing. So like, if I ever do foster care, and by that I mean if I ever go through all the steps of like pulling the trigger and becoming a foster parent or an adoptive parent, it'd be very far down the line, I think. A lot of things would have to go right for me to feel qualified for that sort of responsibility. On a personal level too, I just don't agree with the system 100% of the time. And I think unless you do, you shouldn't commit to it, because the worst thing that foster family can do, I think, is shirk the commitment. Like, retention of foster families has always been really bad. And I think now with the rise of social media and stuff, where you can, like, make kids famous, I think it's 100% worse. And I just don't want to contribute to any of that, yeah. You mean that generation that's raising literal iPad kids? That generation? I mean, there's gonna be there's gotta be shitty issues with every fucking generation, right? So choose your battles, I guess. Choose your battles. Literacy rates are down. Literacy rates are fucking plummeting. Whether or not that's parenting or school itself. That's another fucking story entirely. That's another fucking story. But yeah, that's that's my random midstream rant on foster care. That just happened. Kids aren't beaten as much anymore, but now kids are illiterate and have behavior issues. I don't know if there's any winning. Everyone's just kind of... I think what I've learned growing up is that nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It's an interesting topic. Oh, I could talk about it quite a bit, I think. I think I could probably go on about foster care for a while, but yeah. It's an experience. It's an experience. We're screwed no matter what at this point. Yeah. So sit back, relax, and watch some VTubers chat. The adults we thought had it all figured out were just winging it. No, for sure. I don't know. When did you guys catch on? When did you guys catch on that the adults around you had no idea what they were doing? I'm 23 years old, early 20s. I was 7. When my parents kept smoking after I told them it was bad. Aww, that's so sweet. You're such a cute kid. I have a single mom for me, like 6. Aww. That'll do it. When my dad told me to go in person to go apply to stores, I actually think that's relevant and good advice nowadays. Because they're using like soft HR softwares now to go for most people's applications. So if your file's just not readable, or like you don't use certain trigger words, they're just gonna throw it out. Yeah. A firm handshake and eye contact. Yeah. I mean, a lot of job opportunities are hidden, like aren't public, because to post them up online, typically speaking, there is a fee that the companies have to pay, and a lot of small businesses don't want to pay that fee. So what happens is they'll need help, or they'll need someone for work, and they just won't say anything about it, and they'll just ask around to their friends or the people they know or current employees to see if they know anyone. So if you just go in, especially for like sort of niche jobs, I think you have better opportunities. Tank Pacer, thank you for the gifted membership. Did I miss any other gifted memberships today? Hi, sorry if I did. Oh, Jesus. Hero, thank you for a super chat as well. Red Shipley, thank you for $5. Money for something from Toys R Us. Thank you. Nora Eclipse, say psych right now. I don't joke about foster care. Even I have fucking boundaries, guys. Even I have morals. My mom's talked about all the resumes she's immediately thrown out because of how unprofessional and poorly written they are. Yeah, and I think a lot of that can be negotiated with if you're a put together human being. Maybe I should do resume reviews with you guys. How does that sound? Would you like me to reveal your resumes? My yeah, sounds good. Wouldn't that be doxing? Just black out any information you don't want me to see. My credentials are that I've worked too many middle management jobs to be proud of. Yes. I would, but it would all be blacked out. Hey, that could be fun in and of itself. We'll see. We'll see. My job is too specific. It would dox me. You know what? That's another thing. There are so many like specific little odd jobs and career paths that are actually very, very like in need of people that they just don't tell you about in school. I started a new hobby recently. And I signed up for classes regarding it. I'm not gonna share what it is. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is yet. I'll tell you eventually when I get good, because when I want to show you, I want to show you some stuff. But I started a new hobby recently. And one of the things I really like to do is like extensively research whatever hobby I'm into. And then when I was researching it, I found like a lot of people who work in that field, and they were just talking about how much they need like new employees in it, like new and good employees, and how a lot of them got into it not because they wanted to do it, but because the opportunity just arose from circumstances, and they didn't even know that it was a field that you could find work in. Yeah. Is it plumbing? I think everyone's a fucking plumber now. I think everyone's actually back to school for plumbing now. You know, everyone went ahead, did tech jobs for a little bit, went into comp sci, right? Then they got out, found out their comp sci degrees were worthless, and then they went in and started to look to see what makes the most money, and everyone just fell on to plumbing. Despite the, like, hundreds of other trades that you could try. Yeah. Trade jobs and skilled labor definitely on the app. Oh, for sure. If some guy can try to charge me $500 to change my closet doors, trades is on the ups. Trades is on the fucking ups. School lied to me. No, same. One of my regrets. I think one of my biggest life regrets is I never even attempted to go into the arts. I guess I'm doing a creative job now, but I would hardly call this art. But I was actually super into that stuff when I was younger. I was super into arts and illustration when I was a kid and in school and stuff. And a part of me wanted to do it. And I even applied to art school, and honestly, I probably would have made it. I probably would have made it. But I got the acceptance for business school first, and when I was talking to all the adults in my life, they told me that there was no money in arts. And now VTuber riggers are buying homes. And I'm here with a useless degree. Let's go, useless degrees! Business, useless. Dude, okay, business degrees. Business degrees are the English degrees for people who are bad at English. I'm just putting that out there. Unironically, a fucking degree in philosophy would serve me better, because then I'd at least have something to talk about. Nah, that just sounds like a bad school. No, actually, I was talking about this with my brother. Have you guys ever checked in on the people that you went to high school with. Have you guys ever looked into where they are 10 years later or whatever the fuck? No? No? Yeah, I did recently. I looked into it. I looked into it, and you know, all those kids who went off to the best fucking schools. Okay. All those kids that went off to prestigious university, maybe like one, maybe exactly one of them is doing well nowadays. There was this one kid I know from high school who did everything right. Good guy, like, has his head on his shoulders, went to a prestigious university, had multiple university offers, popular, played sports, right? He's a tour guide now. So no, it's not really about the school you go to. It's not, what did he study about? Economy? Econ major? Econ major. So yeah. Yeah. I do not think your education necessarily reflects where you end up in life, guys. A business degree, like, I'm confident that, you know, knock on wood, something happens and I can no longer stream. I get into a terrible fire. I get into a terrible accident. I burn off half my face and I can no longer be tracked. I can no longer be tracked by a camera and I can no longer stream. I'm confident that if that happens, I can find something. But I don't think you necessarily need a fancy degree to have that confidence. Man, that got dark quick. I mean, it's streaming, so I realistically, what's gonna stop me is a horrible house fire where I burn off my face and can no longer be tracked by camera. Or yeah, more likely if I ever decide to stop to start a family or something, but I don't know. It's a very weird catch-22. It's a very weird catch-22. I think when you're streaming, you don't really have a capacity. You have a capacity to start any other priorities other than streaming. Especially right now. I think we're such a concentration and growth in what we're doing at FaZe that it's like, this is all consuming. I actually was talking to the girls in Wish the other night. I asked them. I tweeted about this yesterday morning. I tweeted about this yesterday, about how lucky I feel to have the Wish girls close to me, because they really help motivate me to get out of my comfort zone and do new things, which is why I'm kind of like trying out new hobbies and doing more stuff offline right now. Because otherwise I'm I have a very narrow POV, and so like for the last year and a half, I guess I've just been concentrated on this. But I asked them the other night, like, hey, so like, when you guys start new hobbies or try something new, how do you go about it? And we just kind of talked about that, and like the main thing I heard is just like there's no right way to do anything, because I'm very cautious. Like you know, if you want to try something, if you want to do something, just do it. Just jump in and don't care about like messing up or wasting time or money, because it's gonna be spent anyways. And that kind of gave me more confidence. That kind of gave me more confidence to like sign up for a class and buy books and do little shit like that. Which I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds fucking stupid, but I need to have confidence to buy myself a book. But it is like, there's a certain sense of failure you get, or I guess there's a certain sense of failure I get when I give up on things. I find it incredibly fucking difficult to give up on things. Fear of wasting time or money, sunk cost fallacy, I guess. Like, I don't... Fun fact about me is, like, I don't own a lot of anime merch. I don't own a lot of anime merch because I never know if I'm gonna like something in 10 years. So when I do own merchandise of something, it's because I have confidence that I'm gonna like it 10 years from now. And so the only anime merch that I really have is like Digimon and Dragon Ball stuff. And that's it. I have Gundams. But like, even then, I look at a couple of the Gundams, like I gave a lot of my Gundams to my nephews. Because I would look at them and they'd be like not in perfect condition, or I had a couple boxes that I didn't start and I just like lost so much faith in myself in regards to that stuff. The only merch I own right now is the RuneScape merch. Now. No, I totally get it. Did someone say Gundam? Me. Yeah, I wait for a while before I'm certain I like something. Yeah, I think most people do. I just wait 10 years. I just wait a really, really long time. But yeah, they gave me the confidence to order some books. And I really appreciate that. And sign up for some classes and I don't know, just try new things, and hopefully one day, maybe I'll get over the fear of failure. What's your favorite Gundam series? Unfortunately, Seed, but that has nostalgia points because that's what I watched when I was younger. I also like Wing because that's like the first one I ever watched, but you know, it is what it is. If I had to choose like an objective best Gundam, I don't know, fucking Zeta, like maybe Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. That was a good one. If I had to choose something I objectively hated, sorry, let me get my base points back. Okay, Reconquista in G is trash. G Reco, die. Seed is the worst. You can't say that. You can't say that when G Reco exists. You can't say that when G Reco exists. You know what's actually really fucking good if you like Gundam? If you like Gundam, but you're not sure what to watch, actually build gets kind of fucking insane. Like build divers and stuff kind of goes fucking hard. Would recommend. Yeah. I'm still kind of watching. I know it just ended. But I'm still catching up on GQX. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I'm still catching up on GQX. I think GQX is kind of hard to get into if you haven't watched Universal Century, because it's like, it's a mainline series, but it's an alternate timeline, and there's just a lot. It's hard to jump in. I think it's really hard to jumping into. What is that? It's the latest Gundam series. Yeah, I gotta catch up. The character design and art is really cool, but I think the Gundam is a little too skinny for my taste. I also, like, for that same reason, I'm not a huge fan of IBO and, like, the Barbatos, the skinny legend herself. Fucking Barbatos is like a Gundam if a Gundam was given an eating disorder. The fucking Barbatos is like a Gundam if a Gundam became a VTuber and obsessed with being small and lolly. Oh, the Barbatos? Yeah. Her waist is so small that she has to wear dog clothes. Barbatos is wife material, exactly. Skinny legend, skinny legend. Nick Morello, thank you for $20. Since we're getting personal, I hope and pray every day for you and the other girls to be able to achieve all your goals and are able to be happy in all aspects of life. We really do want the best for all of you all. Thank you. JK, thank you for $10. I have no education to speak of, high school graduate. I've been an electrician for 23 years. Congrats! I'm doing pretty okay in life, except with VTuber watching thing. At least you can watch me in the car on your way to work, right? Did you just sexualize a giant robot of death? Yeah, and I'll fucking do it again. Nora Eclipse, thank you for a $9.99. I don't know, I think it's pretty interesting when you break out the ruthless business lady knowledge like those interview tips. Okay. Those aren't ruthless business lady knowledge. My tips are like unethical life tips. Okay? Here's another one to help if you ever need it. If you ever get a ticket, so long as it's not from your city, and they let it go to collections. Number one, okay, if you can't change your license plate, that's advice number one. Change your license plate. But if you can't for whatever reason, number one, let it go to collections. Number two, when they inevitably call you, give them a fake name. Pick up with a fake name. You just be like, yeah, don't know that guy. Nope, I'm a dry cleaner. Some shit like that. But collections agency already paid like most of that ticket, okay? If they can't collect, that's not your problem. Boy, I bet that works in Canada. It fucking does. It fucking always does. In the USA, they make you go to court to pay for it. Oh god. You are not making a good case for America right now. Wow, okay. Shadow Ryu, thank you for 16 months. Hello, Dizzy. Hi, Shadow. Hello. Does that work in Iceland? Well, you'll have to test it out. You'll have to test it out. Highly depends on your country, yeah. Oh. You can pay them online with your credit card? No. Why would I pay a fucking ticket? Why would I willingly pay a ticket unless I have to? Just pick up the phone. Just pick up the phone and answer it as Erina Machina. Takes me so much less time. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up here. Actually, should I do a waiting room on stream? No, I'll wrap up here. Because I will be having another stream, I just confirmed, in about 1.5 hours from now. So if you guys would like to hang out, I'll be live at 9 p.m. and we are going to be playing Mecha Break. So I'll see you guys tonight, okay? Until next time. Bye bye. I'll miss you till then.